Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is on the screen. I am Mrs. Nilufar Ejaz. I am your science teacher, and I hope you all are fine and safe at home, and also enjoying uh, the holidays which unexpectedly you are sharing. Okay. Now the chapter digestion. We were talking about the chapter digestion. We are listening. We are learning the chapter of digestion once a day. This chapter I have discussed in the class and in my previous lectures also. And this is a kind of review lecture that what we have done in lecture number 17, 18 and 19, I will revise all the topics which are very important and concerned with your examination point of view and concerned with your knowledge, right? This is a kind of reviewed lecture. Should we start now? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now the first question, why most food must be digested? As you know, our food is consist of large or particles like bread, meat, fat, and these things, they are very big and undiffusible. They are not diffusible and they are not soluble. So to make them soluble and diffusible molecule, to change them into soluble and diffusible form is necessary. That is why the food must be digested. The food we eat usually consists of some small and mainly some large insoluble, indiffusible molecule. What do you mean by small? That is, if we are taking fruit in the form of pulp or we are taking biscuits, they are chewed up with the help of teeth and they become very small in size. So their digestion becomes easy. But the particles which we take, the food we take in the form of bread, in the form of chapati, in the form of meat, they are very large particles. They are insoluble. They are indiffusible. They will not go easily into our blood. So digestion is necessary because for they make them soluble and diffusible. These molecules, these are the large molecules. These molecules mean the large molecules. They must be broken down into smaller, soluble and diffusible one, which can then be absorbed by the bloodstream into the cell. How we get energy? We get energy through our blood. And how these things will go into the blood? They will go into the blood until and unless they are in the form of soluble structure or they are in the form of diffusible structure. Now, before going to the digestion, that is what is digestion? First of all, the food is chewed up with the help of teeth. Nature has provided us different kind of teeth. These teeth, they have their different functions: cutting, tearing, grinding. These are the three main functions: cutting, tearing and grinding. After grinding, the food becomes so smaller in pieces, it is now can be reacted or it can be uh, taken by the blood. Now, what is digestion? The question is, what is digestion? कि digestion क्या चीज है? Digestion of food is a chemical breakdown of large, insoluble and indiffusible food molecules into smaller, soluble and diffusible with the help of enzyme. That is, to making the large particle into smaller, soluble and diffusible particles is called digestion. This process is helped out by a structure, by a substance, and that substance are called enzyme. Now, what are enzymes? What are enzymes? The question is, what are enzymes? We are talking about the substance. They are helpful in making the food soluble and they are called enzymes. Now, the question is, what are enzymes? Enzymes are special proteins produced by our own body which bring about or speed up certain chemical reactions in our body. They are specific in nature. They are a special type of protein. It means their structure, their basic structure is made up of protein and they are already present in our body. The different part of the body, they produce enzymes. And these enzymes, they help in the digestion and they are termed as digestive enzymes. The other chemicals and the other substances which are concerned with the growth and other things, those enzymes are also termed as growth hormone. They are termed as growth hormones. And they are specific in nature. It means the digestive enzyme, we take different type of food. The main food consists of carbohydrate, fat and protein. Fat, carbohydrate and protein, these are the three basic things which we take in our food daily and they are the main constituent of our food and they are enzyme are specific in nature. It means that the enzyme which is responsible to react on the carbohydrate, it will only react carbohydrate. It will not disturb fats and protein or any other substance. Is it clear to all of you that the specific in nature means that they are particular for particular substances? For example, one enzyme is for carbohydrate. It will react, it will change only carbohydrate. It will not react the other substances. It will not check or it will not react any reaction. It will not show any reaction to any other substances. I think it is must be clear now. We should move further. यानी एंजाइम्स वो केमिकल्स होते हैं जो किसी भी सब्सटेंस में रिएक्शंस को फास्ट करने के काम आते हैं रिएक्शन को फास्ट करने के काम आते हैं What happened in the digestion? Digestion में क्या होता है कि first of all the food is taken into our mouth. Food जो है वो हमारी माउथ में ली जाती है. Then the food is chewed with the help of teeth. जो दांत है हमारे वो दांत इस ग़िज़ा को चबाते हैं, chewing का काम करते हैं. During this mechanism, the tongue roll the food. ज़बान जो है वो इधर से उधर फूड को घुमाती है. And the salivary glands which are present in our mouth, they are mixed up with the food particles. They are mixed up with the food particles. And then food passes down into a tube and that tube is called esophagus. Esophagus starts from our throat and goes to the stomach. There is no digestion in esophagus. There is no digestion in esophagus. Then food passes into the stomach and stomach, it churns the food, it rotates the food and the food mixes with gastric juices and hydrochloric acid. In the stomach, the wall of stomach, they secrete gastric juices and hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid kills the germs or the bacteria which anyhow enter our body and the gastric juices, they react on protein and convert it into peptides. Then the food passes down into the next organ which is called small intestine. Small intestine receives a juice from bile, the bile juice and the pancreatic juice from the liver and the pancreas. They mixes with the food and make it soluble. The unsoluble and undigested food become the feces, then it is passes down into the next organ, which is called large intestine. A small amount of water and salt reabsorb in the large intestine. When food passes in the form, it becomes feces, and the feces is stored in the rectum, and finally it is passed out through the body. Now the whole system of the digestion is I have collected a picture of video for you, and I am going to show you the video of digestion. I hope you will enjoy it. Hello, how was the movie? I think that you enjoyed a lot and you learned a lot, right? This was all about the digestion, that how the digestion it takes place. And this movie, you can also select this chat education department lesson worth sharing. You can also get some other movies from this site for your information. Now, our food is basically different with the food of babies. The small babies, when they are very small, they only feed on milk. Then, after 4 or 5 months, they start eating some semi-liquid things like dalia, porridge, or everything like that. So, very small mash uh, in the mash form they are providing. So the food of baby is quite different. So digestion of food in baby, because their food is different, their digestion is also different. It is natural because they eat whatever we eat, which is different. The baby eat. If a baby is 6 months, it will feed on milk and semi-fluid diet. Semi-fluid diet means the liquid diet which contain some food particles like dalia, khichdi, or sagudana, like that, the mother and the cerelac also. These are in a semi-fluid diet. If we try to feed a baby with a small cubes of carrot, then what will happen? What will happen if you give him a small piece of carrot in his mouth? It will take by the body, it will take by the body, but it will not digest it. Why? Because it, the baby, the baby doesn't have teeth in the mouth, so the food will not grind and it will pass out in her motion. If we feed small pieces of carrot cube, it will not be digested. It will be not digested because they don't have, the baby do not have teeth to grind them. The food will not grind, then it will be not digested. So, as it is, it will pass the same journey from mouth to esophagus, then stomach, then small intestine, then large intestine, and finally it will pass out in her motion. So, avoid to give the babies any solid thing. If you have any younger brother or sister, do not try to feed anything without the permission of your mother. Now you can see the baby is we feed them with semi-liquid food. The babies are fed with semi-liquid food, but the solid feed like this, they are very soft thing when we are giving them. They don't have grinding teeth. They don't have grinding teeth. These are only the incision. They are for cutting. ये इससे आपको काट तो लेगा लेकिन खाना नहीं चबा सकता because they don't have grinding teeth. So the baby, they cannot grind their food, and food particles, solid food particles, they'll pass out from their body as it is from their body. Clear? Is it clear to all of you? Because the baby do not have enzyme also, the digestive enzyme. Saliva is present in their mouth, but their gastric juices, the hydrochloric acid, it will work at the age of 1.5 years old. When they will be 1.5 years old, it will be work. Now, what happened whenever we are taking food? We are take food, we are taking food in the position of sitting. Always we take the food in position of sitting. जब हम खाना खा रहे होते हैं तो हम बैठ के खाना खाते हैं. कभी कभार ऐसा होता है कि हम खड़े होकर भी कुछ कोई चीज खा लेते हैं. Now the question is it possible for food from your mouth to go into the stomach even when you are upside down? That is, the question is that, is it possible? क्या ये मुमकिन है? अगर हम सर के बल खाना खाने की कोशिश करें तो फूड हमारे स्टमक में जाएगी. Now this is the question for you. This is the question. Okay, I'll give you the answer. Digestion of food in wrong body position. In wrong body position. Food will go, if you are upside down, food will go from mouth to stomach even if you are upside down, because muscles in esophagus push the food down into the stomach by contracting and relaxing. However, eating food upside down should be discouraged because the person may choke. Now, I will show you again the picture. Now, if you are taking food upside down का मतलब क्या है? आपने सर नीचे किया हुआ है, सर के बल आप खड़े हो गए हैं और खाना खाने की या कुछ चीज पीने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. पहला तो सवाल ये होता है कि क्या हमारे मुंह से फूड जो है वो स्टमक में जाएगी? यस, इट विल गो फ्रॉम द माउथ टू द स्टमक. व्हाई? बिकॉज व्हेन वी swallow द फूड, जब हम फूड को swallow करते हैं, देन इट इज out of our control. It is controlled by the movement of muscles which are present in esophagus, and they produce a contract and the relax movement, and due to this contracting and relaxing, the food push is down. The esophagus push the food down into the stomach by the contracting and relaxing movement of the muscles of esophagus. This movement is called, it has a name, but I am not discussing the name in here. It is not important from your age of up to your age. It is not necessary to discuss the age. It is called paralysis movement. And but this practice is not good. This practice is not good. Of course, this process is not good if you are upside down and taking food for thrilling or for show off or for any reason, then that should be discouraged. If somebody is doing this thing, that should be discouraged. Why? The person may choke. Person may choke means that person can hurt himself. The food can be stuck somewhere and death may occur. कि किसी की डेथ भी हो सकती है, फूड कहीं ऐसी जगह पर अटक जाए जो आगे जाए ना नीचे जाए, because the throat, it performs two processes: digestion for swallowing the food and respiration for taking in the air. हमारा थ्रोट जो है वो दो काम करता है, एक वक्त में खाना नीचे डालने का काम करता है और एयर को लंग्स में पहुंचाने का काम करता है. So that practice should be discouraged. इस प्रैक्टिस को डिस्करेज करना होगा. क्यों डिस्करेज करना होगा? क्योंकि अगर हम ऐसा नहीं करेंगे, if we will not do this thing, then the person may choke. The food can choke in the esophagus or somewhere in the throat, and the person may die. So that should be discouraged. Now there are some pictures and you can see that in thrilling, this is not a good thing. He is trying to eat something upside down. He is trying his food for upside down. Is it a good way? No, of course it is not a good way. It is a dangerous because the food may stuck in the throat or it may choke. So that should be discouraged. And you can see there they are eating something. These girls, they are upside down and they are eating something. So the eating upside down should be discouraged because they can be choked. They can be choked. They might hurt. And this girl is again, she is in the mood of taking food or something like that in, yes, she is also wanted to take something in her mouth when she is upside down. Upside down is an unnatural process or the way of eating. That should be discouraged. That should be discouraged because this is not good. This is not good. Now, this is all about our today's lecture, and before ending the lecture, I would like to say something about our some works. We have two classes in the week you have seen in the timetable, today and the Thursday. On every Monday, I will give you a quiz. That quiz will be of MCQs and the page number will be mentioned. The page number will be mentioned. Now, I would like to say something before ending the lecture. I'm thankful to all of you. You have joined today. And one thing I would like to say that on every Monday, I will send you a quiz in the class. Quiz will be mentioned with the page number and the chapter will be mentioned there. And every Thursday, you will find a quiz paper on your screen, on your box. And you have to solve it. That will be of 10 marks. They will be MCQs or the true false, nothing else. But this is the reason to keep you in touch with your book, because we are not reading the book, we are not going through the book. So how we will read the book? This is the way you will read the pages, and when you will read the pages, you will get the answer and try to get the answer by yourself, not by opening the book again. First of all, read the lesson carefully, mark the information is there, and then open your page, open your uh, paper and answer them. Then you will check yourself that how much you have learned that from this chapter. Is it clear to all of you? Now, can you give me some answers I would like about this chapter? Are you ready for writing your answer in the chat box? Are you ready? Give me yes. Okay. My first question is that what enzyme is present or which gland is present in the mouth? Salivary gland or the gastric gland? First question is that which gland is present in the mouth? Salivary gland or gastric gland? One or two करके आप आंसर दे दीजिए. Answer one is correct or two is correct. Okay. Give me the answer. Aisha Javed, Cheroz, Kainat Rashid, Ramla Alvi, Rida Rahim, Aisha Javed, and all of other students who are present. Attempt the question. I am giving you the answer 1 and 2. You just write it 1 or 2 is correct. The mouth contains which gland? Salivary gland or gastric gland? Mouth. Sharoz, again, check yourself, Sharoz. Mouth has which gland? Salivary gland or digestive gastric gland? All answers are correct. Sharoz, why are you not paying attention? In the mouth, saliva is present. जिसे हम लोआप या थूक कहते हैं, वो saliva है. It is produced by salivary glands. So the mouth, in the mouth, the salivary glands are present. Gastric glands are present in the stomach. Gastric gland. Answer 1 is correct. Correct, beta. Abdullah, your answer is correct. Aisha Sheikh, your answer is correct. Zainab, Nusaiba, correct answer. Aisha Sheikh, correct answer. Abdullah bin Ishtiaq, your answer is correct. Iman Rashid, your answer is correct. Now come to the question number 2. Is there any digestion in esophagus? Yes or no? Is there any digestion in esophagus? Yes or no? Zainab, salivary gland, correct answer. Number 1 is correct. Now, number 2 question is there any digestion in esophagus? Yes or no? Yes or no? Sumaya Ahmed, concentrate my question. Saad Khurram, kindly concentrate my question. Is there any digestion? Digestion का कोई अमल आपने अभी वीडियो देखी थी ना, तो फूड जो थी वो कहीं डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम के इसोफिगस में कहीं डाइजेस्ट हो रही है, हाँ या नहीं? यस और नो? राइट. रिदा, योर आंसर करेक्ट. आसिया शेख करेक्ट. अब्दुल्ला बिन इश्तियाक करेक्ट. कायनात राशिद करेक्ट. जैनब करेक्ट. नुसैबा करेक्ट. वेर रमला अलवी, roll number 17. Privately you are giving answer. I have asking in the chat box, so I can reply you. Correct. Now the HCl, hydrochloric acid, is present in the body. Where it is present? In the stomach, number 1, in the stomach or in the mouth? Number 1 or 2 करके आप आंसर दीजिए. Hydrochloric is present in the stomach or in mouth. Number 1 stomach, number 2 mouth. 1 और 2 करके आंसर दीजिए ताकि इजीली आंसर हो सके और एक से ज्यादा हो सके. Again I am asking Aisha Javed, listen to carefully. Hydrochloric acid is present in stomach, number 1 in stomach and number 2 in mouth. Hydrochloric acid is present in number 1 stomach and number 2 in mouth. Just write 1 or 2 stomach, Aisha Javed. Now your answer is correct, is stomach. Number 1 is correct, Aisha Rahim correct. Zainab, Shahroz, Abdullah, Aisha Javed, Saad Khurram, correct. Correct. All are correct. Now move to the next question. Nosaba, your answer is correct. Now, next question. Are you ready? Now the next question, hydrochloric acid kills the germs. Number 1, hydrochloric acid क्या चीज मारता है? Number 1, germs and number 2, food taste. Hydrochloric acid kills number 1, germs and number 2, food taste. क्या फूड टेस्ट खत्म कर देता है या जर्म्स को मारता है, बैक्टीरिया जो हमारी फूड के साथ चले जाते हैं? शाबाश. साद खुर्रम करेक्ट. नशबा करेक्ट आंसर. आयशा जावेद, जर्म्स करेक्ट आंसर. कैरोज करेक्ट आंसर. रिदा रहीम करेक्ट आंसर. जैनब करेक्ट आंसर 1. अब्दुल्ला करेक्ट. शाबाश. साद खुर्रम, जर्म्स, वेरी गुड. Very good, very good. You are getting my point. That is very good. Now come to the next question. Kainat Iman Rashid, your answer is correct. Abdullah, you're correct. Kainat, you're correct. Asia, your answer is correct. Very good. very good class, very good. You are paying very good attention. That's very great for me. Now we have only 1 or 2 minutes left and one question more. डाइजेशन जो है हमारा प्रोसेस कहाँ पर एंड होता है, ठीक है, ये सवाल है. वेयर डाइजेशन एंड्स, वेयर डाइजेशन एंड्स. मैं आपको ऑप्शन दे रही हूँ. नंबर 1 स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, नंबर 2 लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन. केयरफुली आंसर दीजिएगा, जल्दी नहीं कीजिएगा. Where digestion end? The question is where digestion end. Number 1 ऑप्शन है small intestine, number 2 large intestine. आप नंबर में आंसर दे दीजिए. Where digestion end? Small intestine or large intestine? Aisha Javed, correct answer. Nusaiba, correct answer. Rida Rahim. I am asking where digestion ends. डाइजेशन का अमल यानी फूड जो है वो ब्लड में कहाँ तब्दील हो जाती है, किस एरिया में. अभी आपको मूवी में भी ये चीज बताया कि कहाँ ब्लड बन जाता है, किस जगह ब्लड बन जाता है. नॉट इन लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन बेटा, इट इज इन स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन में थोड़ा बहुत जो पानी, जो वाटर, जो मिनरल रह जाते हैं वो रीअब्सॉर्ब होते हैं, फिर वो स्टूल की फॉर्म में, फेसेस की फॉर्म में बॉडी से पास आउट कर दिए जाते हैं. ठीक है, इन स्मॉल intestine. Nuseba, what are you writing? Affect? I do not get your answer, Nuseba. What's your answer, Nuseba? What's your answer, beta? You have written affect. Rida Rahim, your answer is correct. Abdullah, your answer correct. Rida, Nuseba. Intestine, Nuseba. Sorry by mistake. No problem, beta. Nusaiba, no problem. Just write the correct answer. Number 1 or number 2. Number 1 is the small intestine and the number 2 is large intestine. What is correct? Saad Khurram, your answer is correct. Iman Rashid, your answer is not correct, beta. Large intestine में digestion जो है finish नहीं होती. It ends in small intestine. यहाँ पे blood बन जाता है. Large intestine वो area है जहाँ पे small amount